Hi, it's Stephanie, otherwise known as Watercolor Artiste, and I am the artist at midlifeartist.com. And yes, another another impromptu live stream because I'm not good at planning my personal life. Apparently, I do it for a job. I'm a buyer planner, but when it comes to trying to get myself honed in on this stuff, I'm like flying by the seat of my pants. So I don't know who's going to join in, but that's okay. Even if no one does, I'm going to work on my painting here because I'm excited to work on this one. I'm happy about it. I like this image. And I've got another one in the works, well, waiting in the wings to start. Um, so I'd like to get this one done and get started on the next. I may even start the other one, not tonight, but by getting it on a canvas. I just got to pick a canvas. But anyway, I always like to try to go um, over what my goal is for this live stream, other than it being impromptu, and that is paint. Paint, especially the uncomfortable areas that have intimidated me. I'm going to work on those um, and get those more defined. I haven't worked on this painting for about a week. I went to a farmer's market and on last weekend, and then the 2 days remainder of the 3-day weekend, I was down and out for the count because of a severe sinus migraine. That was not fun. It was combined with severe nausea, and so I was down and out. There wasn't much I was doing. So, in any case, um, I haven't done much because of it, and now I'm catching up. I want to get this. I would say I'm maybe halfway done with this, but I'm not entirely sure yet. We'll see. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I've got it down low, but I'm gonna bring up the. Let's see here. This one. Okay. There it is. Okay. So yeah, I got my palette view here. I think that's not really any good, is it? Okay. Well, my palette view right here, and I got my camcorder view, so you can see me paint, and then of course I've got my webcam. I may turn that off because who needs to see that? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's see here. There we go. Try to get that so you can see that better. Okay. So yeah, this is my Dancers by the Sea. It's 30, no, yeah, 36 by 24. And I've got a couple of problematic areas that I need to work on. Um, and I need to just finish getting these dresses painted and the platform for which they're dancing on. I worked a lot last when I did on the faces and the tones and such of the dancers, including here. And then I started to work on their dresses over here. I still have to get, you can't see it well, but I don't have their legs defined at all. And I got to catch the shadows and the sun. There's a lot of orange in the image, and I don't think I've captured any of that. So I am going to try to do that. I have my reds and my oranges already from a previous palette. I save my paints with cellophane so it lasts longer when I'm going in between painting sessions. Um, but I definitely need to make. Hey, Frosty, how are you? Um, I'm I'm trying to talk and do at the same time, and I just realized how difficult that is. I don't know how Lady Hamilton does it. God bless her. She's obviously so talented, and I can't, do two things at once apparently. So yeah, fun times. Anyway, um, so there's a lot of orange in the image. I still have yet to define. I really need to work on this area again, but we'll just see where I start off. I need to find my source here. Okay, let me see if I can bring that up so you can see that. Let's see. Here's the source pic. That way you can see it. So that's what it's looking like. That's the source picture that I'm working. And you can see in the dancer on the far right that there's a lot of orange in her. There's orange in the underneath side of some of the dresses, and of course on their feet and legs. And so I need to get some more orange in there to offset the blue that I've got in the sky and in the sea as well. So those are the things I'm working on. But I spent a lot of time working on these faces. I don't know if I can show you that. Let's see here. Try to zoom in so you can see it. So yeah, you can see that these faces are not um, super detailed, but obviously there's a lot of color on them still. And then there's these dark spots for their eye sockets, for their open mouths. They've got a warm orangey yellow side facing the sun, and then the other side of the face is cools, bluish tones, bluish green tones that um, are on the other side of their faces. So I spent a lot of time trying to work on those, and that was not fun. But I think I've repainted it a couple of times. And I'm going to leave it alone for now and come back to it. But that is the source picture. And so you can see again that there's a bunch of oranges I need to deal with. And then, because I think that'll really bring out the sunset mood lighting. So we will go ahead, and it doesn't look like yeah, you can tell from, I mean, the view of the camcorder that is on this is the camcorder. In person, this is much more peachy and orange. In person, this has some orange. But on your view currently on the live stream, those oranges aren't really coming through. So I do have oranges in this painting. It's not coming through on the webcam, I mean the camcorder. So anyway, so I'm gonna get some, I already have some uh, oranges here that I've worked up before. I'm going to leave those alone. I'm going to do a little bit of I'm going to try to do another orange. Try to get some different oranges that I can use along with the white and try to bring out those oranges a little bit more. I see a little hair. Is that a paintbrush hair or is that a Steph hair? I have no idea. Good gracious. Oh, you know what? My cat has been in my in my art room. I probably need to keep it closed off to her. She sheds like crazy. Call her Mama Cat. It's probably not enough. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to work on this area again. And so I'm going to try to turn that a little bit more. Oh, it's more visible. see here. So yeah, oranges are tricky, I think, when you're trying to get this kind of lighting, this sunset lighting. Um, let's see here. All right, I need to pull up my image on my side and blow it up so I can see it better. It's funny, when I blow it up, it's more pink, but when I look at it from the distance, it's more orange. And that's how it ends up being different every time I come to it. So, fun times. All right, I need a paintbrush if I'm going to paint. Let's see here. Let's see here. Hi, Bobcat. Oh, hi, Wonky Artist. How are you? I didn't see you there till just now. I should probably try to zoom in. I wonder if I've got my. Is this the zoomer? Let's see if this will zoom. Oh, it did zoom, but to the wrong thing. I got a little handy dandy remote control, but it's centered in a different spot. So let me see if I can angle that down so we're closer to where I'm going to work. See if that'll work. There we go. So yeah, and Wonky, I'll show you the source pick real quick so you can see what I'm working with. So that if you see that, that is my source picture that I created. And again, you can see that in the rendition showing up on screen, there's a lot of oranges. But when you're looking at my live stream, those oranges don't really come through. And in some cases, the oranges are more vivid in person than on the live stream on my painting. But that's my source picture I'm working from. And so that's what I'm working on. We'll put these back up and we'll keep that going. Let's see here. Yeah, because I really tried to bring in some yellow, some oranges here, and all of a sudden it doesn't look like I've got a bunch of orange. It's strange. I don't know. Maybe it's just not bright enough. So, well, let's just dive in because that is what I'm here to do. This is a bright orange. Thankfully, this is kind of dry, so I can paint over what's there and really kind of get some nuanced ruffles here. Kind of reflect that sunlight. Let's see here. I wonder if that's coming through these oranges. Let's see. Can I get it any closer? No, I don't think I can. Let's see here. So, what are you all doing tonight, Frosty and Wonky? What's happening in your area of the world? Anything going on? Anything fun? We're already at Wednesday. That means we're halfway to the weekend, and pretty happy about that because this last weekend was not a good one for me. It was supposed to be a 3-day weekend, but I was down and out for the count on um, Sunday because I don't know, I had a sinus headache and it was really, really bad. And it included nausea, and I had to lay down, and I couldn't really sleep, and it was really bad. So I gotta really figure out where this knee is. This knee is a little higher than what I see here. So I'm gonna replace that. Did you post it, Wonky, on True Social? If you did, I must have missed it. I'll have to look it back up if you posted already, because I love watching. I like to see what everyone else is doing too. What are you painting, Frosty? Yeah, thank you, Wonky. Yeah, I am doing better. It took 2 days. It really did. It took 2 days for my body to recoup, and I think it was mainly because I hate to say this, but I'm a sweet tooth, and although I try real hard to um, eat carnivore or keto or whatever, I'm not very good at it. And that's not going to come through, is it? Okay, that's not coming through. And because I give in to my sweet tooth. People should join in. Everybody, tell us what you're painting, because that's always fun. It's work in progress Wednesday, where you can come in, paint, watch me, make fun of myself, kind of a thing. Let's see here. Now I'm not watching myself on this live stream. I'm just kind of looking at my. Oh my gosh, this is the corner of the painting that is just driving me to drink. Well, I'm not drinking yet, but my goodness, it's so. I was going to say wonky, but this is a difficult corner. Did I show that screenshot? Let's see here. Let's see, source pick. Let me zoom it in so you can see how difficult this is. Let's see. So you can see just see all those ruffles and folds and the different, you see that. Wonky, you ate a bowl of ice cream. Well, you know what? I have found um, that I can make carnivore ice cream, which has no sugar. It's literally made of 3 ingredients. Um, it's made of heavy whipping cream, 5 egg yolks, vanilla, and then I put in flavored electrolytes from Salt. And that's SALLT, if I'm not mistaken, the Coco Loco mix. So I have electrolytes in it. And that is perfect for me. It gives me the feeling that I'm having a treat, um, but I'm not taking in any sugar. And so right off the bat, that's a plus. So I'm trying to make more of that, so I have it at the ready whenever I've got a hankering for something sweet, and then I can avoid sugar, you know. Yeah, I just got a ice cream maker uh, in from Amazon because I had been making it um, with a hand mixer, and then and it takes a lot of time. So I decided to get an ice cream maker. I'm going to try it out. You have to leave their liquid filled drum container that you put the mixture in the freezer for 24 hours before you try to make anything with it. So I got it in the freezer. So I'll try it um, tomorrow, I think. I will. I'll let you know for sure. Um, so yeah, I've got on the live stream here a zoomed in look of this. You can see from her closer leg, there's purples, pinks, and oranges. And then her furthest away leg is actually foreshortened away from us, and she's pointing that distant foot, that further away foot. And it's amongst all the ruffles and things of her dress. And so it's just a big old mess, is what it looks like. And so it's a intimidating part of this composition. And I keep trying to hack away at it, and hack away is really the word I would use because I am struggling with it. Um, so let's put this back up. So yeah, I'm I am struggling with this corner of the painting. Let's see here. Uh, have you not eaten dinner, Frosty? Maybe I need to get some darks, like darks in here. I don't know. I got some uh, greenish hues in some of these ruffles when I look at it up close. Let's see here. Maybe I should put some white just to kind of grab some of this. Brighter color, brighter. I tell you, I don't know. Do you guys struggle with paintings like I do? I swear, nothing ever comes easy. I'm trying to get the look of ruffles without. I need a medium here. Trying to get some ruffle look here. Maybe I need to get some of the darkest reds. I think sometimes when I get stuck, I need to get bold and put in some dark touches. Now, see, Frosty, you and I would be in the same boat, wanting something sweet, but I absolutely cannot do that to myself anymore. Because it is absolutely painful when I mess up. Okay, so I am seeing in this part, it's more of a purple, but I'm going to lay it in with red and then delineate from there. There's another ruffle there. So, do you have anything sweet to eat, Frosty? My job is to try to keep anything sweet out of my house. Otherwise, it is all I'll do is eat that. let's see here. I need to make this brighter under here. Ugh, I swear it looks worse and worse every time I touch it. Should I do something else on this? What's fun about this painting is that these dresses in the photo are actually white, but you hardly have any white represented in the actual color when you pull it back. Let me see if I can pull it back in here. Zoom out, camera, zoom out. So, but you can tell that they're supposed to be white dresses, but when you come up close to my painting, you can see pinks and yellows and blues and purples and mauves and oranges and stuff, but ultimately they are white dresses. I have fake sugar stuff and I'm diabetic. Oh, you're diabetic, Frosty. I'm probably pre-diabetic, and I'm trying not to get there. I'm trying to steer clear of that. And you're a binger, huh, Wonky? I wish I could just stay away. It's like crack to me. Uh, I'll tell you, my biggest weaknesses are ice cream and cake. I could probably live without cookies unless they're soft, like the soft sugar cookies with frosting on them. I like those, kind of like a cake, I guess, right? Um, but when it comes to, um, I also like pudding. I think it's texture as well. Um, so it's hard to know. Yeah, that's not right. Working out right here, is it? I need to give indications of a frill here. Oh, that kind of helps, I think. And then, what do I got here? You want sweets in the mornings. Interesting. I tend to, um, I tend to want sweets after I eat a meal. It's like, oh, okay, time for dessert, you know, and it becomes a real hankering, pretty bad. All right. Let's see here. But yeah, I don't care. I mean, I like pies, but I'm very specific to like cream pies, like chocolate cream pie or banana cream pie. And I think that's because when I would visit my grandmother as a young girl in the summers, there was this place locally that was renowned for its um, cream pies, and she would take us there, and it was delish. And yeah, so I got spoiled by that. She would keep chocolate pudding in the house, and of course, I wanted chocolate pudding. I would watch. She was also a cake maker, so she would make birthday cakes and wedding cakes for people in her community, and I would watch her do that. And let me tell you, she would make those roses, on the cup with the little petals, and then take the scissors and snip them and place them on the cake. And she would let us lick the frosting bowls after all was said and done. And it was nice. And so enablers. Let's just put it that way. Enablers. Okay, so I know I've got a knee there. I've got to replace some of this. I keep moving my sludge. You think so? Yeah. Let's see. I got my source picture up. So let me show you. I wonder if I can. I'll show you here because this in the source picture really has a great dichotomy, and I haven't captured it yet in my image here, my painting. Let's see if I can. I'm going to try to center this so when I zoom in, you can see it better. Oh, let me back it up. Trying to do this one-handed is not a good idea. But you see, again, it's more colorful in person. It's not really coming across my 8K Ultra HD Wi-Fi camcorder that I bought off of Amazon. But yeah, I've actually got like a lavender, I've got purple, I got orange, I got pastel yellow kind of hues here. I got some oranges, uh, and then I've got a little bit of green, and the hands are not super detailed. There are hints of them, but they make it. They make it. She was hard to do her face. But yeah, that's I think I really did a good job here. I just feel like I need to bring in some more striking oranges, maybe. I'm not sure. But then let's see if I can show you the others. That'll go in a little further. Okay, but that's not very detailed. But yeah, she's looking away, so you don't have a lot of detail there. And that's a strong shadow, but then the I don't know what they call the reflective light is underneath the arm. It's a bright orange in the source picture. So and again, it's more colorful in person than it is as it's coming across this live stream. So, and then that's not as zoomed in, or it's not. It really is washed out here. Maybe it's because of this light. I'm going to turn this light away for a second and just see if that does anything. It seems to come across better. But yeah, this is washed out on my camcorder. This is actually much darker than what it's coming across. So it must be the lighting in my room here. So, but yeah, let me pull this back and recenter. You can see this is my library, by the way. We have DVD library, we got books, and behind me is all books. And it spans the whole wall behind me. Okay, now I just need to get this recentered because I'm a dork. Dork, dork. All right. All right, there we go. Straighten that up and get down. There we go. I think, well, when I pull it back, it doesn't look too bad, does it? Okay. I think it's when you get up close and it's all looks like a mess. All right. I'll take the webcam down. There we go. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to really come into this and focus. I'm going to switch up and just work on something simple for this live stream because I'm only going to go for an hour. I try not to go beyond that with live streams because I'm not very good at them. But let's see if we can't work on this dress and maybe this foot. So let's look at this foot. Source pick activated. Let's see here. You probably heard my phone. So you can see. All right. When you look at her dress, that the underside with her foot is orangey, and then the outer side is got a pale sea foam green kind of look to it. So that's what I need to try to pick up here, try to get some of this figured out. So yeah, that's what I'm working on there. So we'll so yeah, this is me. This is my little I feel like I don't make a ton of progress when I do this. But so yeah, let's get some orange in there. Let's see. So you said you were doing a small painting. What kind of what's the subject matter, Frosty, that you're working on? I need a bigger brush. Yeah, so I'm coming back over this now because originally I had pink down here. Um, and now that I'm looking at it, it seems more orange. So I'm now going to bring in some orange here. This dress actually has multiple folds. There's that, and then there's this is a dirtier orange down here. And that's not really coming across as dirty. All right, but that's okay. We will get there. We will get there. And there's some kind of love patting this thing. Thanks, Frosty. So a river scene with lots of ripples. Ah, is it in a specific time of day? High noon, the the perfect sunset hour or anything like that, or what's it? What time of day is it on that you're draw? That it shows up. Thank, thanks, Frosty. Are you gonna be sharing the painting on Artist Corner when you're done, Frosty? I assume you are, but sometimes assuming is not the right thing to do. You never know. a little bit there. Just touching, touching this canvas with dabs of paint. There's so much nuanced color in this. It's actually beautiful, but frustrating as all get out. Well, don't ruin it. If you think it's done, then it's done. And you call it done and you walk away. Not that, you can't fix it if you take it too far, but still. I know what it's like to take something too far and you have to repaint it or whatever. All right. This section here is more greeny. Okay, I need to mix some green over here on the other side. And then take some white. Tone it down a bit. It's a seafoam green. Now, do you guys mix on your palette when you're mixing paints, or do you mix on the canvas? Or do you do a little bit of both? I kind of do a little bit of both myself. You should post the sketch. What was the sketch of, Wonky? Again, I'm trying to hold my paintbrush so that I'm not holding it like a pencil. Trying to keep loose, you know. There's a lot of folds, and the folds are where the darker hues are. So I'm coming in with a mid-tone, and it's because I have a hard time seeing where the folds are, and I get lost in my composition. Do you get lost in your composition at all when you're painting? Or is it you got it under control? Because I'm pretty much not under control. For sure. Okay, so this knee, it's her dress that goes up to her knee. So I actually don't have this. There we go. There's a part of her dress that's coming up, and I need to bring it. I need to bring it in. This dress is really going crazy, so I need to bring that in. So, and then that's it. There it is. I did have it. I just overpainted. Her dress is going crazy. Okay, you get lost in all your works. Oh, Saturday night. Okay. So we don't get a preview, huh? All right. Let's see how you are. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Purples. I think I got the seafoam green pretty good. I used Hansa yellow and cobalt teal and titanium white to get this seafoam green. Not bad. But yeah, these dresses actually have all kinds of nuanced color in them. And I want to get that feeling, but I don't want to kill it either. And it is crazy. It's crazy trying to capture these because every time I look, it's something my eye sees it differently. And then I get lost. Like I said, I get lost in my painting sometimes. Very easy to do. I think I think what happens is I get lost in it until I start bringing in the darks. And then suddenly I see it better. But I know if I bring in the darks too soon, then I could potentially have to redraw or repaint it because I misplaced something. I also have um, she's got a tie, a ribbon that ties her corset closed in the back. So eventually I gotta represent that. I need to get some purple. No previews. And now you're committed for sure. So you're on for Saturday night, Wonky. That's great. I'll have to try to make sure I tune in. I don't always tune in because I don't actually have a lot of time, so I tend to figure out which ones are the best ones I can tune in. But I'll try to make sure I tune in this Saturday night. So my next painting, my where the heck all this hair? I have hair everywhere. What the heck? It's because I don't have my hair up. I think I'm gonna have to go find a hairband. But my next painting is going to be a composition where a fireman is not center composition, but is the focal point. Ah, well, granddaughters, grandkids are, important and they take precedence. Unfortunately, my only grandchild, my grandson, Benin, lives in New Hampshire and I live in Georgia. So I don't have the option to take care of my grandson like I'd like to have the option to. So I keep trying to convince them to move down here to be closer to me, but they've got some things they've got to work through. So I just got to be patient. Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. We'll see. But yeah, no, I would like to see what you got going on. Got to see what you got going on, Wonky. This is super dark. I'm probably need to tone this down at some point, but I'll just gotta block it in here. That pad of that foot is definitely, and then she's got her ankle bone here. Ankle bone. Oh, she's got a leg. She's got a leg, folks. She's got a leg. She's not floating on air. Well, I got to visit him after he was born in July. He was born in July, on July 3rd. And I can't talk about him on Facebook because my son says I don't want him on Facebook, and I'm respecting that. So I don't get to brag about being a grandparent. Um, and that's where most of my family is and friends is on Facebook still. I don't know why, but they are. So I stay in contact with them that way. And most people get to brag about being a grandparent. I don't have that luxury, unfortunately. But it's okay. I understand why my son doesn't want his son on Facebook, and I'm going to honor that. But it's hard not to be able to brag about being a grandma. It's my first grandchild, you know. so so yeah, it's it is what it is. All right. Let's see here. I got some. This looks. I was gonna say wonky again, but looks muddy. I don't like it like that. But right now, when you're dealing with oils, it can get that way. Like that purple area. Right, exactly. Well, and as a general rule of thumb, we kind of all share too much online. I mean, I share what I share because I'm trying to get the word out about my art and trying to make something of my art as a side gig, so to speak. And so you kind of have to put yourself out there a little bit. And I don't really care to do that. But that's the catch 22, is it not? You want to do something with your art, and there we go. Stephanie, be bold. Don't be so timid. Yes, I talk to myself when I paint. uh, I yell at myself like, "You're being too timid. Stop it." You could be Winky too. Or Blinky. Winky or Blinky, but definitely Wonky. But yeah, uh, I will definitely come in here and get some of these rose colors back in, and because it looks a little too muddy for me and for my tastes here, but that's okay. I'll get some whites pulled back into that as well. Let's see here. There we go. There we go. There, we like the whites. And the queen of typos. Boy, you just got it all, don't you there, Wonky? I I am the queen of klutz. You can dress me up, but you can't take me out because I'm a mess and I'm a klutz. And this is coming from somebody who used to be a dancer. I used to dance. I used to do tap, ballet, jazz, baton. Heck, even when I was a dancer when breakdancing came out, and I learned to breakdance at my dance studio back in the day. So I used to dance, and now I'm a klutz. I guess it's the age thing. Guess it's the age thing. I don't know. Let's see here. Klutz. That's right. uh, if you're on YouTube watching, by the way, I'm talking to people on the Rumble chat. So I apologize apologize to you if I am not seeing the chat on YouTube. I can't do, I'm barely hanging on with what I'm doing here. Darn it. I got hairs all over the place. So yeah, if you're on YouTube and you're wondering why I'm not chatting, it's because I can't do 8 things at once. And so I kind of keep it to the chat in Rumble. So you're welcome to come over to the Rumble channel and chat with us there if you're on YouTube. Because Rumble is where my homies are. They're my support group. So they really are a family, and that's who I hang out with a lot. Till I get good at this whole live stream thing, I can only do a few things at once. So that is what it is. Let's see. Okay. You think so, Frosty? I guess I need to get up every now and then and kind of, or back up from it. And of course, I'm not seeing it on the live stream. I'm looking at the. Okay, so it's coming across, but it's still very wet. And I'll come in with the brighter brights when it makes sense to do that. But I think what I'm going to do, she's got a tie that comes in here. I'm going to try to get that dark colored ribbon that pulls her corset together on there. Let's see. I'll show you what I mean. We'll do this. So you see the back of her dress there. She's got a ribbon. Gonna get it bigger. Gonna get it bigger so y'all can see it. So she obviously has a ribbon that pulls this corset together. And it is mainly a bluish green. Mainly blue. So I'm going to kind of get that touched in right there. So yeah, I wish I could do music in the background because that would probably be helpful. I don't know. Do you guys usually paint with music in the background? Or when you're painting and you're not online or whatever, do you paint with music, or do you just paint in silence, or you got the TV on in the background? What's the scoop? What's the down low on that? Because I I usually, when I'm not live streaming to keep myself accountable, that's what I do here when I'm doing this. Besides talking to anyone who wants to join in, um, I tend to listen to music. We have a record player in the corner, and I listen to, oh gosh, oh shoot. She's got a male name, but she's a jazzy blues singer. Uh, uh, Billie Holiday. Billie Holiday. That's who it is. Um, so I listen to Billie Holiday. There's some soundtracks that I listen to as well. But yeah, you prefer silence? Okay. Yeah. Well, everyone's different. And I just was curious because, like I said, I tend to um, when I'm not doing this, obviously, I tend to listen to music, and I love Billie Holiday. I wish I had more records to play of the styles that I like, but I don't have enough records, so I only got a select few. But I used to just love listening to music no matter where I was, what I was doing. I would go walking for hours with my Walkman, the tape Walkman, with the little earphones and stuff. Uh, that's what I would do. And I would walk all over town. This was in high school, and I just loved being outside and doing that. Um, but I haven't done a lot of walking in a long time, and it shows. Dang it. But yeah. So, but I like listening to music. I tend to like to listen to music because it's inspirational. So some of the other music I listen to on DVDs, not DVDs, CDs. I don't do a lot of um, MP3 players and stuff. I don't have that. Um, I can. My husband does, but I'm an old schooler. Yes, the Sony Walkman. Absolutely, that's what it was. I absolutely had the Sony Walkman, and I probably wore that thing down. I swear. Um, but yeah, and I think it's partly because I was a dancer in high school and stuff, so I was always listening to music, always thinking about choreography and stuff and whatever. So trying to get some of these folds showing up down here. This one, I'm just gonna lay it in there. Now some of those, it's like know when which details to put in and which details not, right? You see details up close, but do you really see them as a viewer? And it's like, okay, there's hints of that seafoam green in the wrinkles of her corset, interwoven with whites, really. I mean, pale, pale blue whites, you know. Oh yeah, fun times here. Let's let's see if I can get into some of this blue here. Pale blue, very pale, almost white kind of thing. Because it's not the brightest white, so we don't want it to be titanium white, do we? No, we do not. So what time is it? Okay, I'm getting close to that hour, so I may go ahead and try to wrap this up in terms of the live stream because I sit here and just don't really say much of consequence, but yeah, that's not bad. I've gotten this blocked in. Um, and so I got this blocked in and defined. I've got her leg planted, which is good. I got this upper portion of her skirt of the dress um, kind of defined. But all this is just a mess in that source picture. So yeah, but this is a critical part of this composition. It really is. So I need to make sure that I can, let me um, let me show that again, that composition, because I think that part of the composition really plays an important role to the whole. I don't know. What do you guys think? Because uh, because in that far bottom right corner is the darkest corner, right? And then on the front side of her dress is the brightest orangey pinks. And then the front of her corset and her arms and face are just so intensely bright with the brightest oranges. She really is even though she's all the way to the rightmost dancer, she has the most detail, the most change in color and tone than the others, I think. And so the brightness of her, where the sun's really coming off her, is a great contrast to the dancer right next to her, whose back is to us, whose dress I was just working on, and she only has touches of the brightness of the sun on her, and so it's just a great contrast. That's a critical part of this composition, I think. So I think I'll just keep working on it. I keep touching my nose, and last time I touched my nose while painting, I ended up with blue on my nose, and I didn't know it, and my husband, uh, he looked at me after a while because we were talking, and he says, you know, Steph, you got a blue nose. And I said, oh, great. And this is what I do. I know I should probably wear gloves when I'm dealing with paints. Okay. I know safety, right? I really don't get a lot on there. You can see I haven't really wiped my hands much. So I don't really have a lot of paint on me, but just one little thing of paint and it's going to be on my nose because I scratch my nose all the time. So if you scratch your nose and get paint on it, then I don't feel so alone. But yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working on this tonight. I'm just not gonna live stream it. I'll post pictures of progress. I can't help myself. I have to post progress pictures, and then ultimately I take all those progress pictures, put them in a folder, and make a video out of them later for my YouTube and Rumble channels, where it's like a, you know, PowerPoint flipping through with music background because that's about all I can do. I'm not very good at the videography, but I really love this painting. I'm taking my time. I really don't want to mess it up, right, guys? Don't want to mess up this painting because I can see this one being one of my favorites. I really love this image. It appeals to the dancer in me, the young adolescent dancer who wondered where the hell I went, kind of a thing. But I dance. It's just, it's not graceful and I'm klutzy and I only do it at home because what happens at home stays at home, right? Am I right? So anyway. But yeah, I'm going to keep working on this. Maybe I'll do another live stream in the near future to keep working on it. I enjoyed talking with you, Frosty and Wonky. And if you were on chat on YouTube again, I'm sorry. I'm just not as talented and multifaceted with this whole live streaming experience. I got this one little laptop. I got my cell phone doing the camera of the palette. I got a camcorder that's aiming at this and it's all, and I got then my cell phone over here with the chat, and I don't know how to do two chats at once. So maybe eventually I'll learn. So if you're on YouTube and I didn't chat with you, I apologize. Come on over to Rumble when I come on because that's where I'm at. That's where my homies are, and I would enjoy talking to you, taking tips and everything. But I swear I'm going to end the live stream with this promise. I'm going to nail this corner of this composition. I'm going to find a way to nail it. It may take me forever. It might be the last thing I finish on this. I may get everything else really done and satisfied, but this corner is really going to dog me. I'm going to conquer it. All right. So hold me to it. Have a good night, everybody. And thanks for joining. I hope you all have a wonderful night and cruise to the weekend. Like, subscribe, and share, and join in next time again.